been up, I've been making calls and stuff like that. So when my roommate came home, they already had the notice, the tenant notice on the mailbox, um, for us to go to court. So he literally just put the notice because when the police were here Saturday, I was pissed and I said I was going to leave by Tuesday. I didn't get my background check approved yet through Hire Car. So, of course, I don't have a car to leave and to get my stuff up out of here. So, that's why he knocked on my door at 10 o'clock. And I told her, stop knocking on my door in the middle of the night, and she won't respect my wishes or my boundaries or anything like that. Okay, fine, no problem. So, excuse me. So, I haven't even taken care of any of my personal stuff yet because I literally had been on the phone, excuse me, trying to take care of this type of stuff. So 311 was giving me the one around a little bit, but I literally just got my complaint form submitted for housing code enforcement for Baltimore City, because apparently this address is in the city. I thought it was county. Even the dude at the grocery store thought it was the county. It's not. It's in the city. Okay, fine, no problem. So I just went ahead and put in the complaint form. So somebody's going to be sent out to the house. And she said, we can call you before they actually come out. I said, yes, because we're currently in an eviction process. So I just want to make sure somebody's here when they finally send the housing code enforcement here to inspect the house for the rodent issue. I want to make sure somebody's here. Okay, I want to make sure somebody's here and they're going to be let in the house because they have to come in here to inspect the house for the rodent issue. So yeah, so that's already done. And then I have to go back to the library because I have to print out this form, to complain to the Attorney General's office as well because she's getting reported. Yeah. So I already have housing on it, and then now I'm doing the filing through the Maryland Attorney General's office too because this bitch is being reported. Yes, she is. She's harassing people. She has a rodent infestation in here that she's not trying to deal with. She's taking people's, amenities away. We literally have to go to court. So that's why, y'all, he literally just put this first notice on the door last night since I didn't leave, right? So literally when they got my ID Saturday, he went to the courthouse first thing Monday morning to file the paperwork. So they paid the fee. They had to pay $60 mm-hmm, to expedite everything. Even the crazy Koreans didn't even do that. Okay. I got my first notice, and then like 2 weeks later, I got the second notice. Then we had to go to court. Yeah. So we have to go to court on October the 18th. But October the 18th was the date that I told her that I can get my September rent caught up. So why couldn't you just let me go ahead and get my rent caught up? You had to call the police on me like I'm a criminal because she didn't have my ID. The bitch didn't even know my name. She's calling me Teresa. Bitch, that's not my name. I bet you she'll learn next time. And I'm going to put a nice little nasty note on the marketplace. Y'all do not rent from this lady. She's an overseer warden. Okay. You won't be able to cook in the kitchen. You can't wash clothes. You can't do this. You can't do that. Don't do this. Don't do that. You can't do this. You don't do that. Like you can't use my water. You can't take a shit. Like she don't want you to do nothing. You're not gonna have no privacy. No nothing. Hey, what's up, Omar? Hola, ¿cómo estás? And don't ask me nothing else because I can't say nothing else. What's up, Herbal Goddess? What's up? What's up? So, girl, we going to court. I'm in the process of being evicted. So we going to court. She had me sit down 2 Sundays ago to come up with this whole payment plan of when I was going to get my rent caught up. So because I fussed her out, I snapped back twice. She got cussed out because I told her to leave me the fuck alone. She got mad and she called the police on me Saturday to get my ID because the hoe didn't even have my actual name. She was calling me Teresa. Y'all know Teresa is not Tracy's name. Tracy's name is Tracy. Tracy with an I. That's my name, not Teresa. So last Thursday, when I'm walking out the door, she's like, hey, you didn't give me your ID. I said, I'm trying to get the money together. I'm not worried about the money. I just want your ID. Yeah, she just wanted my ID so she could have my name so she could finally file the paperwork to, to try to evict me. Okay, fine, bitch. Let's go to court. I've been waiting. Look, I spent my whole Saturday in the library. Tracy was playing paralegal, doing the research, typing up, drafting these documents, printing this shit out, printing out the text messages, printing out whatever the fuck else I need to print out. Because I know we have to go to court in order for her. Because she's talking shit to the girl, telling the girl, oh, I'm going to call the police on her again on Tuesday if she don't leave. I said I was going to leave, but I didn't get my background check approved yet through Hire Car. Okay. Because that was going to be the plan B, to just go ahead and get the rental car, get my shit up out the room, and then I can leave. And then if I have to sleep in the car, I'll have to sleep in the car because I'm not spending no more money in these nasty ass, rude ass, bum ass, crazy ass hotels. I'm just not going to do that no more. I'll sleep in the car. No problem. She didn't even have my name. But again, if she would have did what she was supposed to, she thinks she's slick. And like I keep saying, you can't slick the slickster. She trying to do all this extra stuff. I'm good, sweetie. I'm good, Omar. So she trying to do all this extra shit. Like I said, I wish the lady downstairs, when she came at her months later, talking about, oh, you have to pay. I don't even know what she pays extra for her portion of the utilities and stuff. She should have said no, because it was not negotiated in the beginning before she agreed to move into this house. So, of course, when she came to me like that, I'm like, that's not what I had agreed upon. She asked me in this room, y'all, what was my budget for my rent? I said 600 to 650 is what I look for rooms to rent. She's like, oh, well, this room is $700. I said, okay, well, I can manage that, with the extra money that I get from my tips. Okay. Not knowing that I didn't have laundry facilities. Okay. Because I didn't even think to ask. Like, I literally didn't think to ask. I did ask about the utilities because I look for, most people that rent out the rooms, your utilities are included as far as, your Wi-Fi, your electric, your water, la, 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 la. Like, I need them to incorporate in it. So it's like one flat fee. Okay. So she never said anything about utilities. I asked her, are the utilities included? She said yes. And then 3 months later, she's coming after me talking about, I have to pay, when you moved in my house, my water bill went up. And then the girl's like, of course it's going to go up. You have a whole extra person now using water. I have to go to the bathroom. I have to take showers. I have to wash dishes. I have to brush my teeth. Okay, so yes, I'm using the water. Okay, so yes, of course your water bill is going to go up because you have a whole another person in here utilizing the water. So we're not supposed to utilize the water. We can't cook. You can't have no toaster oven. You can't have the decent microwave because this microwave takes longer to heat up stuff because I guess it's not as strong of a microwave or whatever. Anywho, y'all know the whole sob story, like horror story about what this crazy lady has been doing. So literally, when they got my ID Saturday, the husband, he's her flunky anyway. So he went right to the courthouse and filed the paperwork. So I said I was going to leave Tuesday. So he had already filed the paperwork Monday. Of course, I didn't leave. I was at the library all day Saturday. I was at the library all day Monday. I tried to go to Catholic Charities yesterday to see if I can get rental assistance because my Catholic church that helped me last year, they don't have the resources this year to help me this year. So I said, okay, let me, he's like, just keep calling around and stuff like that. So then I called the one church. They only give $25, but that's fine because $25 at this point could help towards some transportation. I mean, any type of assistance would be helpful at this point. He knocked on my door at 10 o'clock last night. I told that heifer, stop knocking on my door in the middle of the night. Even the lady at the courthouse said it's not appropriate for them to be knocking on the door in the middle of the night, waking me out of my sleep or whatever. She's like, landlord tenant issues are supposed to be dealt with during regular business hours, which is what? 9 to 5, not 10 o'clock at night, not 11 o'clock at night. So I just caught the other mouse. Yes, the other day, I put it on my YouTube. I took a picture of it. So since you want to put notices on my door, I put the 2 notices I taped it right on the fucking refrigerator and I showed it. Okay, it was dark, but I still had the camera on there to show that I put the fucking, I text her the shit in her phone so she can't say, because even Politic had made reference to that yesterday. Oh, she can say, oh, she didn't get it. I'm like, well, I'm texting you. And then here's a hard copy because I taped it right on the fucking refrigerator. You gonna put shit on my door? Okay, I'm gonna tape shit in here too. So literally, I was on my way to social services and then go to the library because social services are not too far from the library that I went to the last couple of days. Okay. So, y'all, I'm tired though. Like, I've been ripping and running, ripping and running, ripping and running for like 4 days dealing with all of this because I know that we have to go to court. Well, she paid the extra money, she paid the $60. So, we made the payment plan 2 Sundays ago that I can get my rent caught up by October the 18th. But my court date is October the 18th. So why couldn't you just give me the time to get my rent caught up? You know, because again, she's just a controlling ass, evil, spiteful bitch. And she wants to be, cruddy with it and all this stuff. Okay, fine. Well, Tracy's going to be prepared this time. So since I didn't get to the library today, I was exhausted. I fell asleep. I took a nap. I fell asleep on camera again. I woke up and I started having to make my calls. So I just, I just, apparently this address is in the city. I thought it was in the county. It's in the city. Okay, fine, no problem. So I just called Baltimore City Housing Code Enforcement and filed the claim. So we're on the list for the inspector to eventually come out. She said it could take up to 15 days, but she said it doesn't normally take that long. I said, okay, fine. I just need to make sure somebody's in the house and is going to let them in the house so they can inspect this property. Okay. There's a mouse in the fucking living room, kitchen area. I've already caught 2 here myself in my room. I had to buy my sticky traps with my own money. I left and spent the night out, came back the day before last, and he had wiggled his way all the way from in front of my bed to the dresser, got my little sponge because I had to get the spot up off the floor. And then he was literally stuck right up underneath the damn door when I walked up in the door. So when I opened the door, mouse still alive, wiggling around. I'm like, oh my God, it disturbs my whole soul. But I had to get him up. I had to get him up so I can get in my room so I can eat and all this other stuff. That's too much for just a room shared bathroom, can't cook, and turning off the air and mouse. And then another mouse. Yeah. So then on top of it, honey, she needs to get reported again because there's no heat. It was cold as shit last night. It was cold this morning. When I recorded this morning, I had my whole sweatsuit on with my beanie. My hands were freezing. It's okay now. Like the temperature obviously has adjusted because the sun's out and all that stuff. But when the sun goes down, it's gonna get cold again. And there's no heat up in here. She can't have all these people up in this house with no heat when it's cold. You can't tell people that they can't cook. We have to have a way to prepare food and to eat. Like I said, I wish the lady downstairs would have told her no, because when she was coming after me about the flim flam, about, oh, you're running up my utilities, I need you to pay $50 extra. Lady, that's not how it's done. That's not how it's done. And at this point, like I'm saying, y'all, I'm being a huge thorn in this lady's behind. Okay. She has been a huge thorn in my behind. She's going to say that I lied to the police and said, all she does is get on my nerves. All you do is get on my nerves. That is true. That is not a lie. That is the truth. Don't lie on me. That's like one of my biggest pet peeves. Please don't lie on me. Okay. Tracy's a grown woman. As a grown woman that I am, I handle my business. Okay. And like I told her, like I said it on camera, right, her and her husband are gonna be all up in the door confronting me after the police left. Oh, you're a liar. You said you were going to work and shit. Bitch, I didn't say I was going to work. I said I was going to an interview. It's not my fault if you cannot comprehend. I understand English is not your first language, but she told me at the table when she forced me to sit down and have this whole conversation. You know how she has to talk. She has to talk. She has to talk. She constantly has to talk. She constantly has to be in my face. She constantly has to be saying shit. She just constantly has to be letting me know what the fuck is going on in the house and all that shit. Okay, fine. So when I did that, you're wasting my time because I sat there for like a good 30 minutes talking to you, and obviously I wasn't getting through to you. Okay. And I signed the paper when I didn't want. Here she had me sign another paper that I didn't want to sign. So I went through all of that rhythm and rhymes and stuff for what? The 18th was the date that I had to get my September rent caught up. Then by the next check, that's when I could get my October rent paid. So then I'll be right at even Steven, by the time that by the time November 1st rolled around. But at this point, y'all, I don't even want to be here during holiday season. You already can't cook. So then here it's holiday time and we can't cook. We can't use the stove. We can't use the oven. There's not going to be no heat up in this bitch. Mickey and Minnie are going to be coming in here with the vengeance because they cold and they trying to get warm too. So I don't want to be here by the time, the holiday season rolls around. I want to be able to cook and enjoy my holiday like everybody else. Like, I don't want to be here. This lady is horrible. She is the devil, y'all. She is the devil. You hear me? That lady is a vessel for the devil. Okay. And I'm tired. I'm tired. So I just got the first notice after the fucker knocked on my door at 10 o'clock last night when I said, stop knocking on my motherfucking door. The lady said, you're supposed to handle tenant landlord issues during regular business hours. 10 o'clock at night is not regular business hours. And then the dude, from the grocery store, he said, don't answer the door. He's like, you don't have to answer the door because they're bothering you outside of regular business hours. I said, okay, fine. But I still answer the motherfucking door. So that's when he put the little one on the door. I left a piece of tape up because, I'm like, I know they have to put another notice on the door. Okay. So my roommate went out and they came back and they put excuse me, the tenant copy. They finally filed the paperwork in the courthouse, which she's supposed to do because she's talking shit to the girl, talking about, oh, if she don't leave on Tuesday, I'm going to call the police on her. Bitch, you can't call the police. The police cannot evict me. You have to take me to court. I heard the guy say, if she does not leave on Tuesday, you cannot call the police. You have to file the paperwork. Okay, so when she finally got my ID that day, the husband finally took his little limp dick ass to the courthouse and filed the paperwork like they were supposed to. And you see, here's Wednesday. They did it Monday. I said I was going to leave Tuesday, but my background check still hasn't even been approved through HireCar. So that's another call that I need to make. It's still in process. They said it could take 1 to 3 days. It's over 3 days now. So I'm gonna have to call them because they probably want to accept it because it doesn't look like an actual lease, like an actual real rental agreement lease. Anywho, like I said, it's just another call I gotta make. So we have to go to court on the 18th. Again, the 18th was my original date that I had to get my rent caught up. Y'all, I'm gonna go to court. Okay. I still have to send out. I typed up all of this stuff, but I didn't get it in the mail like Monday, Tuesday, and then now today's Wednesday. And then I'm not at the library today, so like it wouldn't be until tomorrow. But you posting shit up on my door. So like I said stop harassing me. I typed it out. I put it on the refrigerator. You need to do something about this rodent infestation. You didn't in 2 whole months. You didn't do nothing. She put the Tomcat things out. That's not dealing with the issue. The rodents are not eating the poison and you have to get the exterminator in here and you wouldn't do it. Okay, so that's why you just got reported to Housing Code Enforcement. And then my next call is going to be to the Maryland Attorney General's office. And then we go to court on the 18th. So I still have between now and that time to get my money together. Because as long as I have my money together, okay, and as long as I pay my rent, she still can't do nothing. I would have to let her know when I was actually ready to leave. Okay, as long as it's paid up, she can't do nothing. She could be mad as she wants. She could talk shit to the girl. She could still try to play us against each other. Oh, well, she said this about you. She said that about you. Bitch, do you know the shit that you said about her too? See, that's the thing about a gossip. You don't think that they're going to sit there and talk about you behind your back and then still talk shit to your face? To multiple people. You don't think that they're going to do that? You don't think that that's possible? Yeah, okay, but this lady is like, she has to be like in her 60s and she's being completely messy. That's why I said, y'all, she is a vessel. Okay, she is a vessel. She is doing the devil's bidding. Okay, she's trying to play all the female tenants against one another. And then when we don't kiss her ass and do what she says, then she's texting us, why are you talking about me in my house? Fuck you in your house at this point. Fuck you in your house. Fuck you in your house, lady. You're doing too much. You are doing entirely too much. You cannot have a whole house full of people in here talking about you can't cook. Like that was part of the paperwork that I had. I printed up the whole the market. I can't even talk, y'all. Please forgive me. I'm flustered, y'all. This lady has been getting on my nerves for the past 3 months. Okay, so she has it here on the marketplace ad. Will have full access to the kitchen. But then if you don't do what she wants, then she's going to, as a form of retaliation slash punishment, she took out the toaster oven. Remember? That was the first thing. She took out the toaster oven. And then when that, I think that was something that the girl did. And then Tracy didn't do something that she wanted. Then that's when she took out the microwave that actually worked. That was on, the counter level where we had regular access to the microwave and can clean it out and all this stuff and don't have to get the step stool and all the shit. That microwave above the stove is some shit. So again, that's a form of retaliation, and she's still being threatening and harassing and blah 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 blah, and she's going to say that I lied to the police because I said that all she does is get on my nerves. That's true. That's not a lie. That is true. You have been constantly getting on my nerves. I have done every single thing that this lady wanted me to do. She wanted me to talk to the girl. Okay, fine. I was staying to myself. That's what I do. I stay to myself. I was going to work, coming home, minding my business. She wanted me to talk to her. Why? Because she wanted me to deal with the issue over here. She wanted me to talk to her to get her to stop smoking and all that stuff, because remember, she said this is her house. Okay, so then why are you trying to get Tracy to do your legwork when this is your house? Remember, this is your house. So why are you trying to get me to do your legwork, your dirty work, the shit that you don't want to do because you're not ever here? Who's to say that she's even going to listen to me? Who's to say that she's even going to stop? But again, this is the shit that she wanted me to do. This is the shit that you were supposed to do, lady. Remember, this is your house. This ain't Tracy house. This is your house. Okay. So I started talking to the girl. She cool. She not a bad person. She got her issues. I got my issues. We don't always get along. We clash because they don't clean up behind themselves and all that shit. But for the most part, we cool. But she's still trying to play us against each other. Same with the lady downstairs. She didn't want me talking to the lady downstairs because she know the truth is going to come out if we actually communicate. And yes, we've been communicating the fuck out of the typey ever since we exchanged numbers. I put the peppermint down in my room to keep the rodents out of my room. But she has allergies. It was bothering her allergies. So that's why she came upstairs that day. So it was meant for me to put the peppermint down because she had permission from the landlady to come from downstairs upstairs to ask us. I was the one who was actually here that night. So there was a lot going on that day. The husband had already knocked on my door, waking me out of my sleep. But that wasn't like at 10 o'clock. It was like, I don't know, like about 7 something. I was tired. I went to bed early that night. Well, I didn't really go to bed. I just had fell asleep. Then my phone was buzzing, 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 buzzing. That woke me up out of my sleep. And then hours later, she came, she didn't knock on the door. She just called my name, and I heard her call my name. So I woke up. And she was like, "Oh, I'm trying to figure out what this, what the peppermint smell is." I was like, "I've been putting the peppermint down," which it wasn't even a lot, y'all. I put a couple of drops right here on the side of my dresser. I put a couple of drops right here in front of my bed. And then I put a couple of drops, like, so that we're talking like at least no more than 2 to 3 drops in each spot. And she said she could smell it. It was strong. She could smell it in her room, and she had to open the windows and stuff to air out her space, because it was bothering her allergies and all that stuff. And like, she couldn't, like, I guess, be in the room because of peppermint smell. First of all, I love the smell of peppermint. Like, I love peppermint tea. I love peppermint essential oil. I put it in my hair, my shampoo. Like, I put it in my water when I'm spraying and twisting up my hair. I put the lemon in the water. Look, I love peppermint. Okay, peppermint is some good shit. Let's see, how can I? Anywho, so yeah, so the text that she had erased out of her phone, I had printed out the one where I told her I didn't like to be micromanaged. So this was literally September the 15th. This was right at the time when she had told me about, she wants me to pay the extra $50. So on both of these notices, it says, it's $1,400 for September rent, October rent. That's 700 plus 700, 1,400 plus they want $70 for the late fee. Okay, fine. because I am late on my rent. Okay, fine, no problem. And like I said, y'all, I've been look, my miracle money came through the last time. I just didn't catch it. Because when I get this money together, oh, I'll pay the money, but it's gonna go in escrow. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's gonna take longer for you to get the money, bitch. You dumb cow. You said you're so smart and you know the Maryland landlord tenant laws. Obviously you don't. But you see, she finally had to have her little pansy, little flunky husband go to the courthouse to file the paperwork in order to, get the court date so we can go to court. It's still the 18th. I had from this notice, this is the first notice. I have 10 days. That's the 18th. They filed the paperwork on Monday. It says right here the light. Yeah, we have to be there. The trial time is at 8:30 on October the 18th. That was the original date anyways. That was the original date anyways. That we had agreed upon, that I signed the stupid paperwork. So that's what I showed to the police when she called the police on Saturday. I showed him the signed copy of the payment agreement that she agreed to and signed twice. She said verbally, and then in writing, she said she was going to give me the time to get my rent caught up. But because I didn't give her my ID, that's why she called the police on me. I'm like, okay, but you're still not giving me time to pay you when we had agreed when I was going to be able to pay you. Okay, fine. So now we have to go to court. And like I said, this time I'm going to be prepared. I'm going to be prepared this time. I wasn't last time because I didn't have the knowledge. Going through the whole situation with the crazy Koreans, it was meant for me to go through, y'all. It was meant for me to go through that situation because now Tracy knows. And G.I. Joe said knowing is half the battle, right? Knowledge is power. Hey, Charlotte. So, so now we got to go to court. Tracy's going to be ready. Like I said, I had just typed, this was the same day when she going to sit there. I know that was the same day because she had pulled me out. She's like pulling me outside because she don't want her listening to our conversation. Again, being messy. And I know that it was on a Sunday. Yeah, the 15th. Exactly. It was on a Sunday. So this is the same day. This is the same exact day. I lost my job and got sick right after and couldn't hustle to make money when I wasn't feeling well in the in between time. I just needed some time to work on my situation and to get back to work full time. I am not used to being micromanaged. And that is how I felt everything was being handled, which was extremely stressful for me. I should have my direct deposit on Friday. So I would have had it had the gentleman not been sick and didn't go to work that Thursday, Friday. Okay. So I didn't get my direct deposit. Again, this is something that is not in Tracy's control. Okay. I can only control Tracy. This sort of thing right here that happened was not in my control. I told her exactly when I knew I should have some money to pay. I already paid the $50. By here, I should have had at least $200 that I could have paid her to go towards the rent. So my friend was like, well, if you gave her the $250, she would have kept the $250. But because this was only $50 and I didn't have the other $200 to go with it, she didn't want the $50. So she gave it back. Okay. So I haven't cashed it yet. I'm broke as fuck right now. I don't have food money. I don't have money to wash my clothes. I spent my last $5 to go into the city yesterday on a wild goose chase to try to get some help from the Catholic Charities people. And they sent me to, it was a women's day shelter in the city. Okay. So I'm broke. I'm broke. But it is what it is. That's why I'm trying to get this hire car so I can do Lyft and at least I'll have money. I said, so I don't like being micromanaged. And I said, that's exactly how I feel like this situation was being handled, which was extremely stressful for me. I said, I should have my direct deposit on Friday for my last job. So that is when I will be able to pay my September rent. And I take a drug test tomorrow for my new job that should also start on Friday. Okay, the 20th. It is a full-time job this time. So when the lady had hit me back, because I had to go to the library and sign the thing, and then email it back to her and all that stuff. That was, I think, Thursday. So I wasn't able to start Friday. She said, you can go Monday. Okay, that was the 23rd. That's when I went to training that Monday and Tuesday for Amazon. And then I didn't hear nothing from them people for 2 days. Again, that is a scenario situation that is not in Tracy's control. Okay. The lady finally sent me a text message to my phone that I record on, which I only had, downloaded the app on that phone because my regular phone storage is completely full. So that's why I had did it on the other phone. And then she had contacted me on this other phone. I don't see the messages right away because I don't, this is not my regular phone. So, anyways, so I said it's going to take time for me to get my first check from a new job. So, I already have reached out for assistance to help pay my rent for October. So, my October rent won't be late. Everything got set back because of that nasty flu bug. So, I'm so sorry for the delay. I should be able to get everything back on track with the new job that is paying a little more than the last hotel job. So, that's what I told her. That's the same day when she pulled me out on the porch, y'all, about the daggone paying the extra $50. But you see, she can't do that because it's not included on the paperwork, where my rent is $700. This marketplace ad says $700. She was trying to get an extra $50 out of me for utilities. It's not on here. It cut it off when I went to print this out. So I printed out. Oh yeah, here it is right here. See, that says $700. I don't know if y'all can see it. It says $700, not $750. She asked me what was my budget for rent. I said I look for rooms that are $600 to $650 a month. She said this is $700. I said, okay, well, with my tips, I should be able to make up the difference. Not knowing that I couldn't wash clothes. Okay, James, Mississippi, in the city, $700 for a bigger room. I had a desk, a table. He had a table, a computer chair, and a TV in the room for $700 for a bigger room in the city. I had laundry access and kitchen access. Okay. Yeah, but here she has a smaller room for the same amount of money, no laundry access. And because she don't want nobody cooking in her kitchen because she gonna tell me and the girl she rents rooms, she don't rent her kitchen. Bitch, people have to be able to prepare their food and to eat. I'm sorry, you can't do that. Okay, because everything was fine. She's like, oh yes, I'm leaving you my kitchen, la 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 la. Yeah, but then Traci started defending herself. When you snap at me, Traci snap back. You snap at me again, Traci snap back. You keep trying to harass, bully, and intimidate me. Again, Traci gonna snap back. So literally when I'm walking out the door to go run an errand, she's like running. I thought it was the girl. I peek around the corner. Well, I'm getting the trash together, and then she peek around the corner. Hey, Teresa. Bitch, Teresa's not my name. What the fuck do you want? I have until the 18th to get you my money caught up. Why are you in my face? Why are you bothering me? Why are you even here? Like, it was a Thursday morning. No, sorry, it was Friday morning. It was Friday morning. Normally she comes Wednesday night. So she came home Thursday night. What, to confront me? Like, she waits. Literally, she stands behind our doors, eavesdropping on our conversations. That's when she came at me because she didn't know. I've tried to move 3 times. Okay. My Uber lady driver judged me when I got fired from my hotel job. That job sucks. Everybody knows that watched my videos at the time know how the horrible management team sucked. The job was fine, but the management sucked. So what? Not mad that happened. That job wasn't meant for me. They took it away from me. They were trying to take that job, that time slot away from me twice. Okay, fine, whatever. Okay, that job wasn't meant for Traci. So it didn't officially have Traci's name on it 100%. Okay, fine, no problem. And then here I had printed this out too because when I was paying my rent, this heifer still had the marketplace ad open for people can respond to possibly coming to rent the room. It's on here. Sold, available, sold, available, sold, available, available. Why are we playing this game on this slippery slope? I don't understand. This room for rent is in a single family home. It should have said, we'll have shared bathroom. She said, we'll have bathroom. Yeah, it's a shared bathroom. She don't ever say that you're going to live across the hall from a crackhead. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget that part. Mm-hmm. You will have full access to the kitchen. This is false advertisement because she really don't want you cooking in her kitchen. She rents rooms. She don't rent out her kitchen. The room is fully furnished in a quiet neighborhood. Yeah, that's true. And then the rest is just about the area. So she has this name on here. This is the name that her husband had put on here, but she uses a totally different name for her utilities and all that stuff. Again, I don't know what game this lady playing. I don't know what the game she's playing, but I had just told her, like when I had sent this text message, this is the text message she had deleted because she got mad because again, Traci stands up for herself. Traci's not taking this flim flam. Traci's not going to be harassed, bullied and intimidated. Okay. So when she had left the note, she's like, "Oh, I want to talk to you." I had already left to go out. I have to leave to go get food. I had left to go to the store. I said, "I'm already out." She should have said something earlier before I had left. "Oh, well, we could talk when you get back." So when I got back, I saw the paper on the table, not knowing it was for me. But I figured it was for me because she said she wanted to talk. That's what she always wants to do. She want to talk. She want to talk. She want to talk. Always be in my face. She want to talk. She want to talk. So I told her I was pissed when I saw the note. I was like, "I got your notice that you left on the table. One, I already called the Catonsville courthouse the day that I got the $50 money order, which I still have. I have not cashed the fucking money order, which I'm going to have to take it with me to court. I'm going to have a copy of it, but I already took the copy of it. It's in my phone, but I couldn't print it out because I couldn't get on the computer, where I could put my flash drive in there and all that stuff. But anyways, I said I called county courthouse the same day that I got the $50 money order that I already gave you as a partial payment for my rent for September. The lady at the county clerk's office said that the rent and utilities are supposed to be negotiated before the new tenant moves in, as well as obtaining the identification, aka my driver's license, before the new tenant agrees to move in. You said you were going to give me time. This is the second time now that she said she was going to give me time to get my rent caught up because I just started my new job this past Monday, which was the 23rd. So obviously that was not true. That was my way of telling her she's a liar. Obviously that wasn't true. Twice you said you were going to give me time to get the rent caught up. Twice, obviously, you had told an untruth. Okay, fine, no problem. Number two, you have a house full of tenants with no AC for this past month of September. Now the tenants can't cook any food in your kitchen when you still have it listed on the marketplace that my room is available for rent. And you have full access to the kitchen, which is false advertising. We also can't wash clothes. We can't do anything in this house but be video and audio recorded. She never told us that we were being audio recorded. I'm so tired of being bullied and harassed at this point. So I'm going to have to report you for the things that are already listed above. And I'm putting the remainder of my rent in escrow. That's what I typed her. She got mad. She deleted the message. I don't understand. Well, now you taking me to court. No, I didn't say that. That's not what I said. So that too is what I had to print out. Like I said, y'all, Saturday, all day Saturday, I was in the library printing all the stuff out. All day Monday, I was in the library printing the stuff out. I went to Catholic Charities yesterday. They don't have that service, where they can help me. She's like, they don't have the resources. I'm like, okay, fine. My little Catholic church that helped me last October, because he said they could only help you one time a year. I contacted him like mid-September, and it takes them a couple of days to respond back and stuff. So he had called when I wasn't available to talk because I didn't even hear my phone ring or anything. He left me a voicemail message. He said, "We don't have the resources right now, try to reach out to some other churches and stuff." So that's what I've been doing. So I'm going to have to go down to social services tomorrow. I had planned on going today and going to the library, but I was exhausted, y'all. I've been ripping and running, ripping and running, ripping and running for the last few days. I ate my food. I was sleepy. I took a nap. But once I woke up, I came back to doing the things that I had to do. Yeah, you think he has a crush on me? Yeah, that's what it seems like. But I tell people all the time, like, If they have anything to say, because I didn't even put my pin up there, if they have anything to say, all they have to do is send me an email. He just, I'm feeling like now he's more of like a troll, because it's like, I've said whatever you got to say, all you have to do is text it to me. People don't want to see that shit in the chat, you know. But again, oh, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Like I said, it's not my fault that the people didn't have me on the schedule. I still don't even know where their work location is. When you start a new job, that's what you expect, to start a new job and that you go to work every day. So here's my Cash App. Email. Let's see if I can get the whole thing in here. Okay. The whole thing fits. So whatever you have to say, David, you can send me an email. If you're not going to send me an email, I'm not going to pay no attention to anything that you say in the chat. Okay? I've officially put it out there. So there you go. Ha, pop, pop. Something, he always does the squats and his push-ups and all that stuff. I need to be doing this shit with him. I just don't have that pull-up bar. I can't pull up shit, y'all. But I've almost lost 100 pounds just by walking. So I'll eventually get in the gym and start toning or whatever. Like, either I do or I don't. I don't care. I still lost 100 pounds. Did I put this hire car number in here? Because I do need to call them. So, like I said, y'all, I've been extremely stressed. But finally, next Friday is when I have to go to court. So we can finally, like, I will have everything else printed out. The thing will go into certified mail. Like, I know that I could come up with the money, almost exactly $1,900, just by doing Uber in 1 week. So I can come up with the money. I just need the car. Like, I'm going to be driving for Lyft. I was approved to drive for Lyft. Uber was still giving me a hard way to go. I don't know why. Everybody says Uber is better, but Lyft was the one that took my stuff, my background, and I didn't have no problem. So I'll deal with that. I only need to, deal with that for a couple of weeks, just until I get everything caught up, because the next job isn't supposed to start until next week. So I already emailed the HR lady this morning to find out like what the actual start date is supposed to be, and I still haven't heard back yet. So, but anywho, I mean, it's like a new startup, and they might still be kind of like working out the kinks and trying to get everything squared away and all that stuff, and all of that. It's fine, like, it's fine, but don't call me out for being a liar, okay? Because like, I shouldn't literally have to explain to you blow by blow by blow by blow. I told you what was going on. It's not my fault or in my control that I couldn't get to the part-time job. Because again, with that regular money, I would have been caught up by now. I started that job at the beginning of the month. Okay, fine, no problem. So then what did Tracy have to do? I had to keep looking. So then when the Amazon job came along, which I was going to get paid less than everybody else that was in my same training class, but still 19.25 is still a decent rate. It's a livable wage, not minimum wage like the $15 that I was only making at the other hotel job. 19.25 is a livable wage. But you see, when I'm not at work, I don't get paid. It took them 2 days to reach out. Like, I didn't know where my actual work site was. I thought all the DSP people were right there at the Glen Burnie location where I was. They said, no, that particular contractor is not out of that location. I'm like, so I don't know how the hell I found them or whatever. I don't know where their actual job site is, And then she's like, oh, let's get this paperwork today so we can get you on the road tomorrow. Lady, I done already found another job. What are you talking about? Like, again, not in my control, not my fault. Okay. I still got another job. And then I still got another job on top of that. And then I need the car because I have to go to get this physical done with my doctor and come up with a whole health plan of how I'm going to get my sugar under control. Because right now I'm disqualified for mobility until I can get to my doctor's office. I have 45 days from, I think it was the second that I went. So I need to do that. So it's things that I need to do. Like, and I don't need to be all the way out here in Baltimore no more. Like, it's nothing keeping me in Baltimore no more. Like, I was working close to the airport, but the last hotel that I was staying in was actually closer to that job. Where the Uber lady lives, it was closer to that job. I took this place to stay because it's very expensive to stay in the hotels. And then the people treat you like shit if you're homeless. Okay. So, like, going to that shelter yesterday, y'all, was a really eye-opening experience. Like, every single time when Tracy was homeless, I had my car to sleep in or I had a hotel to stay at until everything shifted where I had somewhere else to stay. Like, I stayed at the hotel. Like, I had paid an extra day in the hotel before I came here. She was going to let me stay that night, but I wasn't planning on staying that night because I had just paid before I came out here to, come look at the room and stuff. Even the lady downstairs said the same thing. If she had any type of clue, inkling, or anything that this lady was horrible, that she was a horrible landlord, that they didn't know what they were doing, she said she would have continued to look and try to find something else. And I too would have did the same thing. But you live and you learn. But what you're not going to do is flim flam me. What you're not going to do is try to intimidate me. What you're not going to do is try to bully me. What you're not going to do is continue to be all up in my face, harassing me. Always wanted. I didn't have no problem talking to her. Y'all, when I had my first interaction with this lady, I was like, oh, I met this really sweet Portuguese lady, and everything should be good when I move into this new spot. She was being annoying even before I had lost my job. But whatever, I was dealing with it. So I think part of the problem was she's normally home on the weekends. But see, when I was working, I would be asleep and then I would eventually go to work at night. So I tried to get another, I like driving at night. So so what the plan was is now that I had this call center job, I'm sorry, y'all, my skin is dry. I need to go wash my ass and stuff. So yeah, I'm taking 2 showers. I didn't take the one shower. I'm about to take a shower. And now I'm gonna take another shower just because she's getting on my fucking nerves. Just because she said I'm running up her water bill. Okay, fine. Since I'm running up your water bill, let me actually run up the water bill then. You want to be an asshole? You want to be an asshole? I told you. Mama said I can show you I could be a bigger asshole. My lips are all dry. I need to brush my teeth. I need to moisturize, y'all. My skin is crying right now for moisture. Anywho, so yeah, so that's what Tracy's been working on, y'all. Paralegal Tracy is getting all of her stuff together. So when we finally have to walk up in this courtroom, and I hope they have an interpreter, okay? Because when he came knocking on the door last night, I could not understand what the hell this man was saying. So when you're going to try to be bullying and harassing, and try to intimidate people, you need to learn how to speak the language so they can actually understand what you're saying when you're trying to be a Tony Soprano bully, okay? So anywho, so that's what I worked on. So I got the one thing already, I got the code thing done today. The claim is done. The lady gave me the confirmation number. She said she will call, that she will have the inspector call when they are en route. Housing code enforcement. Fine. So the one for the other one, I got to print it out and fill it out, and I'm gonna have to drop it in the mail. Okay, fine, no problem. Because I gotta go take the other stuff once I get it printed out, take it to the post office so I can mail their stuff, and then I can get the certified stuff in the mail too. So again, I will make sure that tomorrow I will have it done by tomorrow. It's still before we have to go to court. Okay, so everybody will receive everything that they need to receive You want to post notes on my door? Okay, fine. You still knocking on my door in the middle of the night. I just said that in the paper. Stop knocking on my door in the middle of the night. It's not appropriate for you to be knocking on people's door at 10, 11 o'clock at night. You know they have to. I'm not working at this right precise moment, but I still have to get up early to take care of the things that I need to take care of. I'm an early bird. Y'all know that I've lived in this house almost 4 months. Like literally the day before we have to go to court will be exactly 4 months that I've lived in this house. So you can't tell me that you don't know my routines, my schedule, or something close to it, how I move, how my coming and goings are. Anywho, it is what it is at this point, y'all. It is what it is. I just want this lady to leave me alone. I'm showing her that, you can't lie on people. You can't manipulate the situation to work for your benefit. You can't say she keep like lately that's what she keeps saying. You before you moved in my house, you said you weren't going to cook in my kitchen. Bitch, I never said those words out of my mouth. Don't lie on me. I hate that. That's my biggest pet peeve. Please don't lie on me. You know I despise lying. That's why me and Cece always clashed and had issue because the fool just would never tell the truth. Never, never would tell the truth. I told him the Grim Reaper could be right in his face. And literally, for him not to take his soul right there in that instant, he's going to ask you one question, and all you have to do is tell the truth in order to spare your life and your soul. He's still going to die off of your head because he's not going to tell the truth. Okay, so when I'm the person that has a problem with other people lying to me and not being honest, when you know I'm an open, honest person, and my mom taught me to literally lead my life through, being a good person and living my life with integrity, and also being open and honest. I lied to you. How? What is it that I lied to you about? Oh, I'm suspicious because I didn't give you my ID. Bitch, you were supposed to have got the ID. James, Mississippi, the day that I went to his house, paid him the money in cash that he asked for, the prorated rent and the security deposit, which he kept because I couldn't stay. I wasn't signing that 12-month lease. Okay, they were making too much noise in the house during the day when I had to sleep during the daytime to be rested to work at night. He didn't tell me he had a kid. Kids make noise. Dogs make noise. The neighbors were making noise, which I know he can't control the neighbors, but literally the day that I woke in, they were having their whole little fiesta outside, playing their little bitty bitty bum bum music and drinking their cerveza and stuff, and I couldn't sleep, you know. So I couldn't stay, and I wasn't going to sign that lease. And the girl next door was ghetto and wouldn't allow me to have my stuff in the bathroom and stuff. But anyways, like I said, he had a bigger room with a table, a computer chair, a TV. You could wash clothes and have full access to the kitchen for the same exact price. And where he was located, everything was more convenient because he was right there by Horseshoe. I was closer to work being at Horseshoe than I am all the way out here. Okay. So he offered up a better service situation environment, but the room wasn't clean. At least this room was clean. But you have to deal with this whole headache. Matter of fact, I need to go ahead and put the nice little honest survey on the marketplace because I can still leave a review. I need to do that. You don't want to move here. She a overseer warden. This feels like a prison, y'all. She has all of these cameras all over the house. Why? Because you know that girl is on crack. I've been accused of taking a bowl, a plate, paper towels. I don't know what the fuck else. She's like, every time I ask you, I ask her. Oh, well, you know you need to ask her because I'm not the one taking your stuff. You only had to come at me 2 times over the fucking plate and the bowl for me to go to the dollar store. I bought my own bowl. I have one bowl. I bought my bowl. Now I had like 3 or 4 of these because these are the bowls that I had my pho in. I go to the little pho place that was right behind my old job. You see, I only got one left because they done took my other stuff. This is my one bowl that I bought from the Dollar Tree, which I love because it's pretty and textured. This is my one bowl that I would make my noodles in. Anything that I would have to eat out of soup wise or that you would need a bowl for. This is my one bowl. I use the same one bowl. I bought my own bowl. I buy my own paper products. The toilet tissue, same thing. They don't never buy no paper towels, no toilet tissue. They're using up all of my cleaning supplies. I done left and wasn't here for the couple of days. She done ate up all my damn cheese. So IDK literally just asked me last night, "Are you going home to make your grilled cheese?" I said, "I don't know. I probably won't be able to get in the kitchen," but I said, "No, I can make one later." I go look in the refrigerator. This is in a whole 16 count pack of cheese. I had one and she left me one. So she ate 14 pieces of cheese in like a matter of 3 days, or like since Saturday, I guess, and only left me one piece of cheese. Hey, what's up, Jeffrey? How you doing, Jeffrey? How you living, Jeffrey? so, so we go to court on the 18th. And like I said, Tracy will be ready. Tracy will be ready this time. In the meantime, y'all, like I said, if anybody has any spare change to spare, like I still need transportation money and I desperately need to wash my clothes. I really do. You know, so, wait a minute. What is Uber doing? Yeah, so Uncle Sammy's always has the buy one, get one free. That's why I would normally order through Uber Eats, because they normally, like, different little areas or restaurants, whatever, will offer the buy one, get one free. Or, I don't know, a free item for something. I don't have no money to be ordering nothing. I don't know why. I then clicked on this. Oh, that's why. I was trying to click on what was beside it. So that's from yesterday, Mr. Jeffrey. See, I only got a coffee the other day. I didn't get no food when I went to McDonald's for that small coffee. With the tax was $2.33 for the small coffee. Oh, you cook a pork chops. Okay, that sounds good. Send me a pork chop. Are you making smothered pork chops or are you just frying the pork chops? Oh, wait a minute. You had boiled the chicken wings. So what are you, not frying the pork chops? I don't know. I haven't had a fried pork chop. I haven't even had the smothered pork chop in a minute. And see, when you live with a white person that has a mental issue that they don't eat bones, like they don't eat meat with bones in it, that's a whole malfunction, dysfunction. I'm not trying to figure it out because I'm not trying to strain my brain trying to figure that shit out. Like the meat with the bone in it, the spice and the flavor comes from the bone. Like I don't like my mom never bought boneless pork chops. For what? Like if you're gonna make some pork fried rice or something like that, okay, fine. My mama made shrimp fried rice. We always ate shrimp fried rice. When she made her little lumpia egg rolls, it normally had the veggies or shrimp in it, or sometimes she'd put the hamburger meat. That's it. No boneless pork chop anything. The flavor comes from that bone, honey. It comes from that bone. We like the bones. We like a good bone. You know what I'm saying? Anywho, don't be fresh, Tracy. Don't be fresh. But we grown folks all up and through here. I still need to call that stupid paperback. They still didn't give me my little $16 back. And I've already called them like twice. So we go to court next Friday, y'all. We go to court next Friday. And even after next Friday, even when I still didn't have the money to pay for the last little scenario situation, so we went to court the day before my birthday, which was August the 22nd of last year. Then by the time the third notice gets, put on the door is when, the sheriff's office has actually scheduled my actual eviction, where the sheriff is actually going to physically come out, to evict me. So that notice still has to be submitted. So even after we go to court So I have what, a week and a half? What's today? Yeah. So today is exactly right in the middle of the week. So I have a week and a half because we have to go to court on Friday. So even from that point, they still have to schedule my actual eviction. So I should have at least until the first of the month. That's 2 weeks after the 18th. So I should still have at least until the first of the month. And Halloween is the day before that. So like I said, I couldn't do Halloween the way I wanted to last year. I can't do Halloween the way that I want to this year. But I mean, I have to handle this. Like, I have to get my bills paid. I have to get this car because I don't have anywhere else to go. So Traci was in the car 4 months ago. I found, the job. You see the job gone. Thank you, Jesus, because that job was getting on my nerves and wasn't paying enough. Okay. And then this lady is not the sweet Portuguese lady like I thought she is. She went from being Glenda the Good Witch to the Wicked Witch of the West in like literally in the last month. And I'm over all of it. Traci's a grown person. I pay my bills. I'm not even mad that I had lost the job because I got caught recording and I would do it again. I'm not ever going to apologize for being honest. I'm not ever going to apologize for having to stand up for myself. Right now, I'm in a situation where I have to stand up for myself. This lady doesn't like the fact that I snapped back, that she got cussed out. She wouldn't leave me the fuck alone. Okay, fine. So then we are where we are. You won't give me the time to get the money caught up. Okay, fine. There's nothing else I can do. Like, literally nothing else I can do but make sure that I have my ass covered and print out all the shit all these text messages, y'all. I'm printing out all these fucking text messages. All these text messages. I'm printing all that shit out. That's what I'm saying. Tomorrow, I definitely have to get to social services tomorrow and print out all this shit. So you see, this morning, I'm trying to cover up the name. I'm trying to. I mean, at this point, I really don't give a fuck. I really don't. But you see, I had sent the message, and then this was the very last picture. The picture of the mouse stuck on the sticky trap. Because she didn't do nothing about it. This is the second mouse that I found in here, and I had to catch it buying my sticky traps with my money. So then I said, this is the second mouse I caught in my room, 10/7/24. Because that's when I came back. I was gone the night before. So I sent what I needed to send. Any other time, she's blowing up my phone, y'all. Y'all know that. She blowing up my calls. She blowing up my texts. She want to be in my face. Talkie. You see, I sent this shit. You see the little mouse stuck on the sticky trap. Did she respond? Mm-mm. Is she going to? Probably not. And I'm fine with it. Because like I said, you're going to be reported. Okay? I caught the first mouse on August the 8th, y'all. August the 8th. Yesterday was October the 8th. That's exactly 2 months later. And she didn't do anything about it. She put the little tomcat stuff out. She going to put the little block right here in front of my door. The mouse was already in my room because I put the whole row of sticky traps right in front of my door before she stepped on them. And I taped it down and everything. The mouse was already in my room. And then she has rodents in her room. And then there's one in the living room. So that time they weren't running back and forth from room to room because I had the whole roll of sticky traps out there. So you have a whole rodent infestation, lady. If somebody gets bit, again, that's an automatic lawsuit. She's asking to be sued at this point. You can't harass your tenants. You can't be knocking on their door at 10, 11 o'clock at night. That lady woke me up at 11 o'clock at night, y'all, when I had to wake up like 7 o'clock the next morning to be at work by 9 o'clock. And she woke me up out of my sleep at 11 o'clock at night. That's not cool. And even the lady at the courthouse said, you don't do that. You're supposed to conduct regular business stuff during regular business hours, not at 10 o'clock at night. Her little pansy, little flunky husband was knocking on my door 10 o'clock last night. Are you leaving today? Does it look like I'm leaving today? I don't have nowhere to go. I don't have a way to get nowhere. Well, shut the door. Bitch, you shut the door. Shit. He put the number 1 on there, put a little piece of tape on there with the first notice. So literally in 24 hours, I've gotten 2 notices. Okay, fine, no problem. I'm ready to go to court. I'm ready. Like I said, Tracy's going to be ready. All the rest of the shit that needs to be typed up and printed out is going to happen tomorrow. I already reported her to code enforcement for housing. So the inspector is going to be here within a week or so. Okay, fine. And then I'm still reporting her to the other government agency too. She knew that girl was on crack. Y'all, she knew she's on crack. When does a crackhead ever stop smoking crack? She knew she's on crack. I'm a regular Joe Schmo. She said, "Oh, you're going to love my house. My house." I told her I need clean and quiet. Well, if they don't clean up behind themselves, that's not clean. And when they're always fussing and cussing, that's not quiet. She's never here. So that too was a lie. She did whatever she had to do. She said what she had to do. She said what she had to say to get me in this house so she can get my money. So that's going in the claim too. You know that girl is on crack. You knew it before I moved into this house. You knew that, lady. And then y'all are constantly trying to make my life miserable because when I go into when I clean up behind myself, when I go into the bathroom, I expect the bathroom to be in the position that I left it. It should be in the same condition. That's not how I received the bathroom. When I went to the bathroom, I had to go take a shit, y'all. There's still shit in the sink. Bar soap, the container, washcloth. Take your shit out the sink, yo. Take your shit out the sink. Put the washcloth in the shower, on the side of the tub, on the little rack, whatever. Put your soap in the cabinet. Put it back. Learn to put the shit back. You were grown. You were not a child. I'm tired of cleaning up behind other people's grown folks' kids. Like, I'm sorry that you didn't teach them. When I came home from work that day, it was a whole bunch of nasty in that bathroom. Like, I get tired of it, but she don't have a problem with the boy because the boy don't never complain. Well, of course, he living high in the hall. Don't have nothing to complain about. Me and the lady downstairs were the issue, but see, the lady downstairs is not even the issue because she's paid her rent. Tracy is the criminal because I didn't have my money to pay my rent. Tracy is a liar because I told the police that she constantly messes with me. She does. That's a fact. I come on here every single solitary day telling y'all about this crazy that I've been dealing with in this house. All facts, not fiction. Facts. Okay. So Tracy is doing the lead work that I have to do to stand up to this crazy lady and let her know what you're doing is not right. I am here to end the flim flam. You are not going to continue because she's going to try to say, I had a spot right here on the floor, on the carpet in front of my door. You destroyed my room because of the spot on the carpet. Okay, bitch. So one of my regular folks that comes in my regular chat every single day, she said, get the Blue Dawn. So I got the Blue Dawn with the little ducky on it with the white vinegar. She said, mix it together. I did that in my little Tide top for my last little, laundry detergent. I switched it together, put it on the sponge, and I went to work on that spot. So I got the spot up. So you can't say I destroyed your room because it's one little spot on the carpet. Their carpet is black. All the way around the bed is black. But I have one spot on there and I just sorry y'all, my phone was buffering. Again, she a control freak. And she don't get shit her, done her way, then it's a problem. When you snap back at her, she yelled at me. That day I was on the phone with my cousin. My cousin was on the phone. She heard her. She's like, is that the other tenant? No. That's your landlady? Yeah. Why is your landlady yelling at you like that? Honey, I couldn't talk because he was right here. She was right here. What's going on? Nothing. Hello? Hello? Bitch, shut up. It's early in the morning. I'm heating me up a can of corn before I had to leave and run my errands that day. I was on my way to drive interview that day. Hello? Hello? Bitch, bye. Oh, yeah, yeah. At least I gotta take my nap. Oh, shoot, I meant to put another water in the freezer. Shit. Because it would have been cold by now. So after, I would say at least after this month, y'all, I'm going to have to deal with this no more. And I should have the transportation that I need to be able to get around and do the stuff that I need to do. But again, like I said, y'all, learn from an old fool, please. Like, if you've ever watched any of my videos or know anything about my background and my story and all that stuff, please don't let these people, I don't care, in your personal life, your professional life, whatever type of interaction you might have with people, if the people are doing some slim shady shit that they have no business doing, please report them. Okay? Report them. Because when more people stand up and put their foot down, are firm, and say no, they can't continue to pull the flim flam. People can only get away with what you allow them to get away with. And this lady has been doing entirely too much. I've only been here 4 months, y'all, and this lady has done nothing but drive me crazy and make my life miserable. Why? Because you're miserable. You have a whole husband. Why are you not going and hopping on your husband every night? Why not? Why not? Love up on your husband. Do something that's warm and fuzzy instead of the miserable, negative stuff. Maybe it might make you feel better. Okay? Maybe it might make you feel better, and maybe it will make you treat the people around you better. Go hop on your husband. Leave people alone. Because enough is enough, and Tracy has most certainly had enough. I have had enough. What does the Consumer Protection Act? What should I do if I believe my landlord has violated the Consumer Protection Act? Okay, well, hold on. Wait a minute. What is the Consumer Protection Act? The Division of Consumer Protection in the office, in the office of the Maryland Attorney General. Oh, see, it's the same. This is a different website, y'all, and it's still bringing up the Maryland Attorney General's office. Yes, you need to get it reported. They administer and enforce the CPA. If you believe that your landlord has violated the CPA, then you can contact these numbers. If you file a complaint with the Attorney General, then the Consumer Protection Division will most likely conduct a mediation. If mediation does not resolve your complaint, then your dispute may proceed to arbitration. That's what my uncle used to do. My uncle was an arbitrator. Or in a private lawsuit to small claims court or district court. Yeah, so I could still, because that's what my mechanic friend has said. I think in small claims court, I can sue her for at least up. I think the max is $5,000. A tenant who is a victim of a deceptive practice, which I feel that this is what this is. She tried to get extra money out of me for utilities 3 months after I had moved in. This is before I was late on my rent, y'all. The court, let me see. A tenant who is a victim of deceptive practice may file a lawsuit to recover losses suffered as a result of the landlord's deceptive practice. If the court awards the tenant damages, then it may also award the tenant attorney fees. But if the court determines that the tenant filed the lawsuit in bad faith, then the court may order the tenant to pay the landlord's attorney fees. A landlord who violates the CPA may be liable for civil penalties of up to $10,000 or $25,000 for each subsequent violation. Sorry, y'all. You see how they're talking loud. These civil penalties are recoverable by the state of Maryland. Okay, now let's see. What is the CPA? Because I don't know what that is. And like I said, this is a whole different website that I literally just clicked on. Maryland Thurgood Marshall State Library. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, yeah, it's the People's Law Library of Maryland. Okay, so let me see what this Consumer Protection Act is. Tenant's Guide to Maryland. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Yes, what is the Consumer Protection Act? That's what I'm trying to find out. Okay, click on that. So since I got 2 notices within the last 24 hours, I should not get a knock on the door because like I said, the dude from the grocery store said I don't have to knock on the I don't have to answer the door if it's after like business, like regular business hours and all that shit. All right, what is the Consumer Protection Act? As relevant to this guide, the Consumer Protection Act, or the CPA, prohibits a person, usually a landlord, from engaging in unfair and deceptive procedures when renting or leasing property. Now we talking. See how the good Lord puts the stuff right in front of your face that you need to see. What is an unfair or deceptive trade practice? Broadly stated, a landlord engages in an unfair or deceptive trade practice by lying, failing to tell the truth, or making misleading statements that could have or did mislead a potential renter or tenant. More specifically, an unfair or deceptive trade practice includes 1. Making a false or misleading oral or written statement, visual description, or other representation that has the capacity, tendency, or effect of deceiving the possible tenant. 2. Representing that the property has a characteristic or use that it does not have. 3. Representing that the property of a particular standard, quality, or style that it is not. 4. Failing to state a material fact if the failure deceives or tends to deceive. 5. Despairing someone. No, sorry. I don't know. Disparaging, I guess, is the word. Disparaging, I guess, someone else's property by a false or misleading representation of a material fact. 6. Advertising. Advertising or offering to lease property without intent to lease or rent. That's not it, but I thought they were getting to the part, where they're offering services that they're not officially offering. All right, it might apply to this one. Number 7, making a false or misleading statement of a reason for offering the property at a discounted price. Or 8, putting a clause in a lease that waives the tenant's right to use a legal defense. So let me see. So examples of the violation: a landlord advertising and renting an unlicensed dwelling. So they have it on the thing. I saw that they have it on, it's marked on here. It says, is the property required to be licensed in order to operate as a rental property? And they had no. But I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if that's true or not. Yeah, I don't know if that's true or not. But again, the rent was $700. So it's on here. $700 for September, $700 for October, not $750. $700. And then she wants a $70 late fee. So the total that they're asking for is $1,470. They don't ever pay no late fee, but whatever they pay, whenever they pay, as long as they pay, then she's not tripping over no late fee. You see the favoritism, y'all? Like, that's what I'm saying. She's going to get recorded. And then this name is not the same name that was on the mail that came here to the house. It's a whole totally different name for her, too. Her utility bills and stuff come in one name, and then the name that she put on the Facebook is a totally different name. But like in their culture, they normally use like 10 names. Like, so. But Tracy didn't give up her ID, so she had to call the police on me because I didn't give the ID. Well, she didn't have the name to file the paperwork to file the eviction. Why? Because the dumb cow didn't get my ID in the beginning before I had moved in here. That's her fault, not a Tracy fault. You're supposed to negotiate the utilities in the beginning. You're supposed to present the contract in the beginning, not 3 months later when you're trying to extort extra money out of your tenant that I already said this is above my budget that I was trying to pay. I was only making $15. I got other bills too. I can't spend all of my money paying rent. That's why I had to get up out of the fucking hotel. But it's fine, y'all. You live and you learn. There are so many life lessons that I have learned in this situation as well. So this is, again, something that has to happen because this is the same exact office. The Attorney General's office is the same office that I already had to report her to anyways. So I'm going to print the whole, it's like 3 or 4 page document that I have to fill out and put in the mail. Okay, fine, no problem. Or maybe I can email it. I don't know. I have to look. But then there's an 800 number you can call too. If you file a complaint with the Attorney General, then the Consumer Protection Division will most likely conduct a mediation. If the mediation does not resolve your complaint, then your dispute may proceed to arbitration, like they said, and in a private lawsuit in small claims court or district court. A tenant who is a victim of a deceptive practice may file a lawsuit to recover losses suffered as a result of the landlord's deceptive practice. And if the court awards the tenant damages, then yeah, well, I already read that. Yeah, and see, she could be charged a penalty up to 10,000. It said 10,000 and 25,000 for each subsequent violation. Like saying that your tenants can eat and cook, and then you take out all the appliances, and she's like, "Oh, I'm putting something else in there that the place won't blow up because you have a whole crackhead in here." Okay, then why didn't you put the other stuff in here? She didn't do that. That's what I'm saying. All of this shit I have to type up. Every single account, every single conversation, all the stupid, the whole sit down, like everything has to be well documented. And I have to have all the printouts ready for court. Wait a minute, that was circuit court? Oh no, it was just giving the list of all the different courts. Okay, so like I said, y'all, it was meant for me to click on that because, again, knowledge is power. What she is doing is not right. So Tracy is taking a stand. Tracy is taking a stand because she's not going to get away with this bullshit. And like I said, I'm going to put the nice little nasty, because I can do it right now. Put the nice little nasty little survey up there. And I sent that message at 6:52 this morning. So she got the text message, so she can't say that she didn't get it because I sent it by text message. So I think right now it's still listed as sold. So we're about to see. Yeah, right now she still has it listed as sold. Where's the sticky? Paste it. So here's the whole listing, y'all. Sold, available, sold, available, sold, available. And then there's a whole new line under unread messages. She marked the listing again as available. But at the top right now, it says sold. And then so she asked me when we had the little sit down last week, well, why was I looking at the marketplace ad? Because one of my people said to look and see if you were doing some fuck shit. And then when I looked it up, you were doing some fuck shit. So why would you question why I would be looking if you weren't doing some fuck shit? So right now at the top, it says sold. But at the bottom, it says listing is available. I don't know. Anywho. Okay, yeah, so it does say sold. Bitch. See, here's a room for $5.95. But at this point, I'm not trying to rent no more rooms. I'm trying to get a place with my church lady. So I don't have a problem renting rooms. It's just you have to have the right fit, though. And this definitely was not the right fit. Just like that last little job situation was not the right fit. But whatever. I had money to pay my bills at the time. Spacious, light-filled room. It's a small room, though, with large windows and new carpet. Perfect for relaxing after a long day. All utilities and Wi-Fi included. Monthly cleanings. Deposit is only $300. Okay. It's a small room, though. It's a real small room. The kitchen is nice because it's renovated. So there's quite a few places right here in the city. Like if you don't mind being, look, y'all, Baltimore City is way more crunk and way more hood than Southeast DC. I've lived in Southeast. I've lived in the city of Baltimore. I've lived in the county of Baltimore. Baltimore is off the hook, y'all. Baltimore is off the hook. Like it's even way more hood for my liking. Like that's why I had turned my camera on last night when I was just standing out there waiting for the bus to come back to this area. It was hookers out there. It was the drunks, the crackheads. Like it was all the hood folks right across the street by the little corner store. Like it was a lot going on. It was a lot going on. All right, so let me go ahead and get this other little envelope out of here. Oh shit! Hold on, let me go put me a water in because I forgot to put my water in there. And then I do need to take me a shower. I do need to do that. Hold on, y'all. Oh. Oh my god, did I catch you? Okay, I need to get my envelope. Huh? Were you talking to me? What did you put on the door? I didn't put nothing on the door. What you mean, what door? Outside door, I was messing with you. Oh no, I was just checking the mail. That's it. Shit. All right, where did I put my envelopes? She in here smoking cigarettes. Now my room smells like cigarettes because I just opened my door. But that's all right because they can have the way. They can have their way. I'm not going to be here that much longer. Since they pay their rent, they can get away with murder. So, wait a minute. This is not the one I wanted because it's already used. I wrote something on it. Actually, I guess I could use it because it's got a whole bunch of people that gotta go in anyways. All right, so here are my two little notices. Oh, wait a minute. So this is a different courthouse, y'all. And I'm glad that I just noticed it because this is the city. I forget this is the city. It's the district court for Maryland for Baltimore City. I don't know why I keep thinking this thing is fucking county. So I gotta look it up. So I'm glad that I noticed it. It's let me see how far it is. Excuse me, Google. And I'm just gonna take a ride there. I'm not, you can't be late. Like you got to get in there. You got to turn your phones off and all that stuff. And this time, my case should not be called first. My case was never called first. That's why I know that was a conspiracy. And then when I bring up the whole racial thing to my attorney, she's like, well, what is race? White people always say, what does race have to do with it? When a black person brings up race, it's for a reason. We're the ones who normally have to deal with the race, not you. So if we bring it up, it's for a reason. And people don't take heed to the things that we say. Oh, she's just an angry black woman. No, I'm not. I'm just tired of being misused and abused. That's all. And I will stand up for myself at every cost. No problem. So here I'm thinking, I called Catonsville because that's where I thought that we had to go. But see, I didn't realize that this is in the city. It says Baltimore City. So we have to go to East Fayette Street. And I hope they have an interpreter because they need one. Because I couldn't understand not a damn word that this fucker said last night when he was knocking on my door at 10 o'clock at night. Okay, here we go. Let's see how far it is. Oh shit, it's close. Like it's like literally right down the fucking street, yo. Driving. Oh no, well it looks like it's close. See, I'd have to pull it up on the phone to see. Like I could take the bus back, but to get there, I need to take a ride there because I can't be late. Like so, I need a plan to be there like by 8. And I'm glad that I just noticed that because I thought we were going to Catonsville. We're not. Gotta go to Fayette Street. Okay, fine, whatever. They paid that $60 fee. See, that's the thing. They weren't trying to go to the court and pay that fee. But you see, to get me out, that's what she had to do. You can't call the police. The police cannot evict me. You had to go to court. That's what I heard the guy tell him. If she don't leave Tuesday, you can't just kick her out. You have to file the paperwork at the county court's office. And that's exactly what they finally did. So kudos for them finally doing something right the first time that they should have did. Fuckers. You know, that's what life is full of, learning lessons. And you got to live and learn. You got to live and learn. You got to live and learn. So he literally sat here and put my ID number on here. You don't have to put my ID number on something like this. That lets you know, again, they don't know what the fuck they doing. Like, it literally doesn't say ID, dumbass. Anyhow. This goes over here. This suitcase. Let me see. Let's see what this stuff. This is my paperwork for my physical. Yes, because I had to separate it. This is my physical stuff, and then the stuff that has to be submitted to the job if I can officially continue with the process. So this is my stuff. Then these are just my prayers that I had printed out. Okay. All right, y'all. So like I said, court date is next Friday. Y'all know I'm going to keep y'all in the loop because that's what I always do. Like I said, y'all, do not take no flim-flam from nobody. Don't do it. When you need to stand up for yourself, stand up for yourself. If you don't know how to do it, ask somebody else. If you need some help, ask them for the help. Don't take no bullshit off of nobody. When more people stand up, look at the whole Me Too movement. You know, somebody finally had to stand up, put their foot down, say no, and be firm, and just run with it and not stop. That's what it takes sometimes. Sometimes it just takes one person standing up and saying, no, I'm not putting up with your bullshit no more. Like, y'all, I would have signed up to go, work the polling booths and stuff. Like, I don't even know where my polling place is. Let me see. Pull up the number for Maryland Board of Elections. I don't even know where I have to go to vote. I finally decided I'm going to vote. So I don't think I'm actually officially still going to be here by then, but I have to know where my polling place is, so at least I can go vote. Because I updated my stuff for this particular address. No, it's after 5 o'clock. But it's a number that I need to call. So Tracy's continuing to handle her business. And like I said, I'm never going to apologize for being honest or having to take a stand every time that I feel like my rights are being violated. And my rights most certainly were violated, and I don't appreciate being intimidated and harassed, bullied, and all the other shit. And then you see it's the whole other laundry list of other shit that she was doing. And as you can see, the shit that she was doing falls up underneath that Consumer Protection Act thing or whatever. So, yeah. So I definitely got to do that tomorrow. That is getting done tomorrow. And then I'm still... Oh, shoot. I was supposed to call back this other church. Let me see. I mean, even if she can only help with $25, I would help towards transportation or getting my clothes washed. Something like, I got to get my clothes washed. I don't have no clean clothes. Oh, shit, I forget. It's after 5 o'clock, Tracy. So again, I got to call back in the morning. It's Sister Alexandra that I need to talk to. I'm going to call some of these other numbers too. I don't even know what zip code. I would think it was in the same zip code, but I don't know. I got to look that up. Let me see. So everything's gonna be all right, y'all. And I should have some peace when I officially move up out of this house. You know what I mean? This place is very toxic. It's very toxic based upon how they are and how they are. The lady downstairs is cool. She don't like the lady downstairs because again she complained about them. But if you weren't doing the extracurricular shit, then she wouldn't have nothing to complain about. Just like I wouldn't have nothing to complain about if you weren't smoking in the house because it's in the contract. We're not supposed to be smoking, but she smokes all the time. She smokes crack. She smokes cigarettes, but they get away with it because he pays the rent. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. So, but you have somebody here that would follow the rules. Everything that she asked me to do, I did. Even spying on the girl. She's like right now, she's smoking the cigarettes. She's like, if she's smoking in the house, tell me. Then I text her, and then she don't do nothing. But then I'm the one that's the problem because I'm complaining. Bitch, I did what you asked me to do. You see what I'm saying? It's just game, y'all. It's just game on top of game on top of game. It don't make no sense. But anyhow, if I literally have me a ride by then, I mean, we're still going to court, and I'm still not leaving until I'm court ordered to leave. But I still need my car and everything square. So I don't think I put hire car's number in here because I need to call them. And I know I did this this was March. I created this account March. Shit, no, I didn't. But I texted to my church lady friend. So let me write it down now. Oh my God. Okay. It's every day, y'all. The fussing, the cussing. If she hear, they fussing, the cussing. And when he here by himself, he quiet as a mouse. Give me the number for a hire car customer service. Let me see if it's the same number. I text her. See, I sent her the text about being micromanaged in that last text. Eight 949. Yes.
Fucking hours, dude. Don't care. I'll read your you, bitch.
All right. All this.
It's not. Oh my god, no.
Let's say it was 1866. It's in here. I just didn't save it.
Fuck you, bitch. I need a ride. Promise you, work. Give me a fucking ride, bitch. Don't care. Don't care. That way, bro. I'll walk. See you. I'm done playing, bitch. Fuck you, bitch. Yeah. Oh.
Thank you. Every day. That's every day. When they're both here, fussing and cussing. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. I had to call hire car. So she said that they are having a problem verifying something. Okay, but then contact me that you're having a problem verifying, then because I could try to get you the information that you need. So she said a lease is not sufficient to. Now check this out. To verify residency, a lease is not sufficient to verify the address, like your residency. And I'm like, okay, look, like I don't know. Anywho, I sent the lease, it's still pending. So I said, well, look, I'm in the process of being evicted, so I won't be at this address, but only like a couple more weeks. So what about the eviction notice? And she's like, well, did it come from like a government agency? Yes, it did. It came from the district court. So that's what I just had to take a picture of to send to her. So yeah, but uh, yeah, that was words, honey. It was words. They said nothing. I have 10 cents. 10 cents on my Cash App. 10 cents. That's all I got. I say that I am broke. I am not lying. A bitch is broke. You see that says dollar sign 0.10. 10 cents. 10 cents. Broke. Don't make no sense. Anyhow. He is a troll, honey. He's just always trying to get my attention. But then again, like I say, when I say, send an email, they don't send no email, they don't send no Cash App. It's just words that they're typing to get attention. That's it. The people that are legit and are trying to be helpful, and then they have the means to send whatever spare that they can spare, they do it. And half the time I don't even know about it. They ask me, did I get the notification? And lately it hasn't been making a little noise. But when they send it, they send it. It's not no BS. So, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful for everybody that has been able to help me, because this has been rough, y'all. And then now I can't even cash the money order because I got to take it with me to court to show proof that I did try, to make the partial payment. And she gave it back to me in the same envelope. As you said, it says September rent, first payment, 9/6/24. I got a payment to go towards the rent, and she gave it back because she like I said, my friend said she would have took the $250, but I didn't get my check. I still haven't got my check. And then it could have been tampered with, received, but just not by the right person. I don't know, because that should have been at least, I'm pretty sure that should have been at least $200. Well, minus the taxes and stuff. Shit. What was it? It was 7. Oh no, actually it wasn't even. Damn, Tracy. Well, it should still have been like $100. And I need it. I need that money right now. So all right. When I talk to you. Let you know. Do, 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 do. I need to plug this in too. Wait a minute. I did the wrong one. I did the wrong one. I did the wrong one. Okay. Okay, so I got to call this food pantry tomorrow. And my work papers. Okay. Where did I put that? Okay, I can get whatchamacallit with my slippers. Okay. I think I need to move this other little track because I need to put it in the length of whatchamacallit. Oh, shit. Damn it. Okay, I got it. Part of it. Oh, shit. I need to get a separate one because there's bugs on the other one. Where's my dress? There it is. Okay. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of crazy going on. So I'm taking my stuff in there with me. Yeah, because that just needs to happen right now. Sorry. So not sorry. And I gotta hand wash my little bras again because I have to go out tomorrow, so I need a clean bra. Do you need to use the bathroom? Okay. Oh shit, I forgot my towel. Shit. Okay. Alright, hold on. Okay. I should have brought my other phone in here so I can have some mood music, but it's alright. I'm just taking a quick shower. So I'm keeping my phone on, and y'all know why I'm keeping my phone on. I don't want nobody else confronting me, knocking on my door, putting no more notices. I got the 2 notices. I got the 2 notices in 24 hours. So leave me the fuck alone, just in case. I'm keeping my phone on, okay? Yeah, anyway. That's what I'm doing. Here, y'all can look at just the little soap container. See if I can stand it. Nope. No stand up. Okay. Let me just do it this way then. It should stand it like that. Okay, cool. Make sure it's the right way. Okay. Just checking. All right. Alrighty, I gotta clean up my mess.